name is Hitomi Ogasawara from BSN 1I studying at Lyceum Northwestern University, and today I will be talking about HIV as the topic for my video advocacy. So before we start, I just want to say that I will be dividing this into three. So this is going to be the first part and the last two would be uploaded for the next coming weeks. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Anyway, in this video, I will be talking about what is HIV, how it is transmitted, and its signs and symptoms. So according to Representative Michael Defensor, a total of 12,341 new HIV infections were diagnosed in the country in 2021, up by 54% from the 8,036 new cases detected in 2020. He also warned that the Philippines could see a fresh surge in HIV infections in the years ahead due to disruptions in health services caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. So now, what is HIV? HIV, or the human immunodeficiency virus, is a virus that attacks the body's immune system. If HIV is not treated, it can lead to AIDS, or the acquired immunodeficiency virus. Now we must remember that HIV and AIDS are different. HIV is the virus that attacks the body's immune system, and AIDS is the result of HIV that is not treated. Now you may ask, where did this virus came from? HIV infection in humans came from a type of chimpanzee in Central Africa. Studies shows that HIV may have jumped from chimpanzees to humans as far back as the late 1920s. The chimpanzee's version of virus is called the simian immunodeficiency virus, or the SIV, and was probably passed from humans when the humans hunted these chimpanzees for meat and came in contact with their infected blood. And from there on, HIV may have slowly spread across Africa, later into other parts of the world. Now for the signs and symptoms. Some people may have flu-like symptoms 2 to 4 weeks after infection. This is called the acute HIV infection. These symptoms may last for a few days or several weeks, and this includes fevers, chills, rash, night sweats, fatigue, swollen lymph nodes, and mouth ulcers. However, this is not the same for every individual because some people may not feel sick during the acute HIV infection. So now let's move to the stages of HIV. When people with HIV don't get treatment, they typically progress through 3 stages. But HIV medicine can slow or prevent progression of the disease. So for the stage 1, we have acute HIV infection. People have a large amount of HIV in their blood and they are very contagious. Some people have flu-like symptoms, and this is the body's natural response to infection. In some cases, some people may not feel sick right away or nothing at all. Stage 2 is the chronic HIV infection. This stage is also called the asymptomatic HIV infection or the clinical latency. In this stage, HIV is still active but reproduces at very low levels. So let's now move to the stage 3, or the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, or the AIDS. This is the most severe phase of HIV infection. People with AIDS have such badly damaged immune system that they get an increasing number of severe illnesses called opportunistic infections. This may include tuberculosis, lymphoma, pneumonia, and many more. People with AIDS can have a high viral load and be very infectious. Now let's move to the transmission of HIV. Only certain body fluids from a person who has HIV can transmit HIV. These fluids include blood, semen, preseminal fluid, rectal fluids, vaginal fluids, and the breast milk. Most people who get HIV get it through anal or vaginal sexual intercourse, or sharing needles, syringes, or any other drug injection equipment. On the other hand, HIV does not survive long outside in the human body, such as on the surfaces or on the skin, and it cannot reproduce outside a human host. Therefore, HIV cannot be transmitted by mosquitoes, ticks, or any other insects, through saliva, tears, or sweats, by hugging, shaking hands, sharing toilets, sharing dishes, or kissing with someone who has HIV. HIV cannot also be transmitted through sexual activities that don't involve the exchange of body fluids, like for example, touching. And lastly, HIV cannot be transmitted through air. So that is the end of the first part of my video advocacy. I hope you learned a lot and thank you for watching.